Hey, it's Michael with a Y, and you're listening to My Reality Recap, the only podcast where I get to talk about all of my feelings towards the shows that I love. Today we're going to talk exclusively about Survivor Second Chances. I hope you're ready for this, so put your glasses and your Survivor buffs on, and get ready to get your tribal on with me. My special guest today is my good friend Drew. Drew, welcome to this special episode of My Reality Recap.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so excited for second chances for Survivor this season. So many good players.
We are both Survivor buffs. We're wearing Survivor buffs. What buff are you wearing? Tell everybody.
I am wearing one of the ones from Season 2, the Australian Outback.
What color is it?
If I remember correctly when I put it on my head, it is orange.
It's the orange one. Do you know the tribe name? How big of a buff are you? Let's see.
I own Season 2 on DVD, and I still cannot tell you the name of the tribe.
I even know the tribe name.
What's the tribe name? Impress me.
Barramundi.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's the fish in the Australian Outback. And I am wearing... Oh my god, I just mind blanked. I don't remember the name of this tribe now. It's the yellow... I'm wearing Season 25 yellow... Oh, Tandang. It's a Tandang yellow buff for Abby Maria.
Ooh, talk about
Wait,
her
did
later.
you say who's yours was for?
Oh, Jeff Varner. I am wearing mine for Season 2's Jeff Varner. I'm so excited for him to be back this season. You have no idea.
We are really excited about Survivor. Like, it just melts my heart. And I want to be on the show so badly. Ugh. Okay, so we need to start breaking down these tribes, pick our favorites, let everybody know what we're feeling about for these people. But first, before we jump into these people, were there anybody that you wish would have been brought back for second chances?
Caroline from this last season, the
Worlds Apart?
Yeah, I would like Caroline back because she was so strategic in the game, but I think she was unlikable. I think that's the problem. People didn't vote for her.
Yeah, she didn't have a very good edit.
No, she had a villain edit, which I thought was kind of unfair because I thought she played a really excellent game. And if Mike Holloway didn't win the season, I think he would have been on here.
Right.
And if she, I think it's because, I don't know why. I think she would have been a great choice. Instead, maybe someone else.
I mean, I would have loved to have seen Nalia from Survivor Marquesas, or even John Carroll from Survivor Marquesas. I felt like both of them were really good people. Oh my heck. Like, I mean, Nalia just has it.
You know what,
And
though?
John Carroll, he was the guy who had to get his finger peed on. Like, there was, like, he was memorable.
He is history. But what I have to say is about this cast is that I'm excited for them because they all seem like they're coming back to win it this time. And that's why I'm always excited about second seasons.
Yes, everybody is in it. And I also saw online that some of the people were asked to be a part of it, and they said no. And it was Greg from Survivor Borneo. Of course, Elizabeth Hasselbeck from Australian Outback.
I wish she would come back, though.
I do, too. I mean, I feel like she'd be an early boot anyways, because everybody kind of hates her because of her... Like, she's very opinionated, and
the
it's
fact that, like, underneath her little thing, like, on her Survivor underneath Elizabeth Hasselbeck, they'll put Fox News anchor, that will automatically just mean people will hate her, and that's not fair to her, right?
No.
I mean, not on Survivor. Let's bring back the good old days.
And they also asked Shambu from Samoa, Jeff Kent, and RC from Survivor Philippines.
Shambo? The one with the mullet?
Yeah, they asked her. I mean, she's memorable.
Why wouldn't you bring her? She didn't want to come back?
She didn't want to come back. All these people they asked to at least be in the pot, supposedly, according to Jeff Probst in some blog.
All right, who else?
And then Jeff Kent and RC from Survivor Philippines.
I would like to see Arsene, because Arsene was supposed to be on a season for the
Blood versus Water,
but her father had some sort of happening or a health problem that he couldn't go on, which is sad.
Right, and so they were going to do it, so I wonder why she said no this time. I wonder if it's a work-related thing, like she couldn't do it for work.
I can see that's what happened to Corinne when she was asked to come back for, I think she was asked to come back for Heroes versus Villains because she was such a great villain, but she couldn't get out of work scheduling conflicts, for what I heard, which was sad because she would have been a great villain on that season.
Okay, so we need to start talking about these people from the current season. Survivor Cambodia, Second Chances. Let's start with the Bayon tribe. Bayon. They were pink. Or purple, magenta. It's not purple. It's pink, magenta-ish.
Pink, magenta-ish. I'm still going to get pink.
I want to get a buff that looks like this one, because I like that color. I don't have any of that in my collection.
It's not my favorite, but also, you know what? I would still wear it. It's a Survivor buff. What am I talking about?
First off, Andrew Savage from Survivor Pearl Islands, Season 7.
He got cut too early. I think on his season, I thought he got cut too early. I think he deserves so much more. I would like to see his post-merge game. I'm hoping he gets to it this time.
But see, I didn't like him the first time around. I felt he was really mean to Lil. Like, he thought it was his way or the highway. And I never really liked Lil. But
Lil didn't deserve to come back, and I think that's what I was bitter about for him, because I think he would have been fun to watch play the game more, and Lil was just someone who was there.
Right, but I just didn't... There's something off about him to me. I don't know what it is. I just didn't really like it.
It's
I mean, I
almost because
felt
he's too perfect to me sometimes. That's why I get on my nerves. Like, it's sometimes like he's just so all around a good of a player, and he has that personality. It's likable, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know if I can like him for being so likable.
right. So, what do you think his chances are this time?
I think he'll get to.
Do you think he's gonna be early or?
I think he's gonna get mid game. I think he's gonna be
Like the same?
pre merge, or he's going to make it in the merge and gonna be an early target. I don't
So
think
kind of like how he was last time.
Yeah, just like.
And
he
I
was
feel like
last
I
time.
watched some interviews too. I feel like he's gonna try to play the exact same way.
I don't think
and
he thought how he played was wrong. I think he thought the
Right, and I
twist
think
hurt
that's why I
him.
don't like him is because he felt like he played the right way, and
Well,
obviously it didn't
We're
work.
gonna see. I feel like a lot of players are gonna come back with that kind of attitude, which is sad.
Yeah, and I feel like it's second chances. You have a second chance. Do something different.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm done with him. Do you have?
No.
So I don't. Well, my opinion. I don't think. I feel like all these people could either be early boots or endgame. It's so hard for me to pick, but I'm gonna say he's gonna be one of the early people to go. I feel like everybody else in the tribe, they're gonna.
I think people will want to align with him based on his like previous game, but I think people will want to cut him before the merge.
I feel like all the guys are gonna want to get with him, and all the
Yes.
girls are gonna be against him, and that's gonna cause some division with the tribe.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't have a lot to say about him because we never actually got to see him in like an after merge. So there's
Right.
not much I can even say about him until if he gets to that point, then I can have an opinion more.
Right. Okay. Jeremy Collins from Survivor Blood vs. Water 2, San Juan del Sur.
I really like this season just because I really like the winner, but what I found upsetting about this season is a lot of really strong players went out right early in the merge, and because there's all these power struggles, and he's one of those power players I was excited to watch every week because he was one of the people who actually came in the game with Survivor knowledge,
Right.
and then some of the people came in with their family members who didn't have any knowledge at all, so it was like a learning curve for them to keep up. And when they got rid of some people like him who had a knowledge of the game, who really liked the game, who's good at the game, I was upset. So I'm excited to see him back, and I would actually, I could see him going far because he's likable.
I could see him going forward too, and I feel like he could have gone farther his first time around, but I feel like they thought him and Natalie were
Too close.
and Natalie ended up winning. So I feel like that's
But
one of the
honestly,
reasons.
him leaving was the best thing that could have happened in Natalie's game.
But I think But I think that he is going to be around for a while. I feel like he is a safe pick if people are trying to figure out who they want to pick. I feel like he would be a good one. He's not my pick, but I feel like he's going to be around.
If I was on a tribe with him, I would try to make an alliance with him.
I probably would too. Okay, let's go to the next person. Joe from Survivor Worlds Apart. Joe. Joe.
Joe's a beautiful, beautiful man. I love watching him.
beautiful.
But the problem is,
Do you think he's going to be early boot?
I think he's gonna be an early boot, and you know why?
You don't think
'Cause
they
he's
need him
so
for his-
charming. He's so likable, and
Okay,
there's
but
been-
look at the rest of the tribe. They're not super, super strong.
They're not
They need
super
him for a little
strong,
bit.
But if you think about this, what if this tribe goes head first out of the gate and tries to like get rid of the strong people first? Because you got a lot of strong women on this tribe who are smart, and that's what scares me. Every time I see a tribe full of like smart women, it's half and half. I can always just see like them going after stronger men because that's been a pattern in some
Right.
seasons. So I think Joe with his likability and his prowess and challenges that everybody here knows, I think he will be an early boot. I don't think he'll make it to the merge.
I don't know, something just tells me that the younger girls, like I feel like Sierra and possibly even Monica are gonna try to like connect with him, and I feel like they could be a little something.
That's also what I'm seeing though. I'm seeing like those three heading off in a direction of like the younger, less mature people of this camp, and everybody else kind of thinking like, well, they're a minority in this group. We'll be able to get rid of them.
But see, they're gonna just love them, and they're gonna wanna. They know America's gonna love
Oh,
them, and so
well,
you're
when we
gonna-
get to Sierra, I'll talk how much I love Sierra, but we should get past Joe.
Okay,
What do you think of Joe?
Okay,
Actually,
I mean, I like Joe. I want to see him stick around. I don't know that it will, or he will. I don't know. I feel like he'll at least make the merge.
he's a
That's-
fan's
I feel like
hopeful
he's-
merge pick.
I feel like he's a merge and then early boot. That's how I feel about it.
I agree.
Okay, Keith from Blood vs. Water 2. I don't have anything to say about him. I didn't really feel like he was deserving to come back over some of the other people.
He is one of the people I have an issue with when they bring him back. He's a great guy. He's super nice, likable.
I mean,
but when
he's
it comes
country,
to
so
gameplay,
everybody loves
when it comes to
him.
gameplay, he got his own son voted out. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, watching it.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan. Like, that was just like, no. And like, he probably is coming back with more of a strategy this time, but I don't have much to say about him because I wasn't impressed the first time around.
Right, so Keith, I hope he's an early boot because I don't really want to see him stick around.
I think the sad thing is I think he'll be in there for a long time, and right before the merge, they'll cut him.
But see, him and Jeremy were on the same season together too.
Actually, I think Keith could make it all the way to like a final 5-6 again, and then because he's kind of like one of those people you can kind of bring along because you know you can trust him.
I guess, but I don't know. I just hope he goes soon. Okay, Steven from Survivor Token Gene season 18. He was the runner-up. to JT.
Yeah, poor JT's runner-up. I mean, it was a flush. JT got all the votes that season for that final jury. I don't think he got... Did he even get one? I think in one in history, like, he didn't get, like, an actual vote for the final jury, even though he played
I feel
an easy
like
game.
Steven is super smart, so I feel like he's an early target. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be really nervous about him, so they're going to know... Because he does a lot of talking about Survivor stuff, kind of like how we're doing this podcast.
He's like us. He's a big Survivor nerd.
He's a big Survivor nerd, and I feel like people are going to be leery about that, and he's not the strongest guy. And so I feel like they might try to get him out, just like how they got Rob Sesternino out in the All-Stars the first time
I was going to mention Rob All-Stars. They thought he was such a threat because of how smart he was and strategic.
And I feel like Steven is going to fall in the same category and be an early boot.
I would be sad, though, because I really want to see his game and how he comes back.
I do too, but I just feel like with this group of people, I feel like they're really leery about that, and he'll be...
I agree. You got some hesitant people who already don't trust him.
Okay, let's talk about... I can tell she's both of our favorites. Sierra from Survivor Blood vs. Water 1, and she was most known for voting out her mom, even though she is
didn't matter, but she still did it, which is the important part.
And she is very strategic and smart, and I'm very excited to see her play. I feel like she is going to be around for a while. I feel like there's enough other bigger targets on her tribe that they're going to try to get them out first, and she'll be able to maneuver herself to at least merge and then see where it goes from there.
What I love about Sierra is watching her season and watching her in particular, there was such a learning curve for her, and by the end, she got really game savvy. She got social.
I mean, she forced that tie too. Made everybody draw rocks.
She started making better moves and strategically better. I think this time she's going to hit the beach running. She has a game plan from what I've seen in interviews with her on online. I'm excited for her. I think she's one to watch. The only thing I can say is she's not particularly strong in challenges, so if they're looking for an easy scapegoat, if she doesn't make a connection with enough people early on, she'd go early. But if she gets those connections, she's going far. And she's one of my early picks.
Right. I'm very excited to see Sierra. Go Sierra. Cass. Oh, Cass from Survivor Cagayan.
I think we have different...
Brains, Beauty, and... Wait, Brains, Brawn, and Beauty. Yeah. Season 28. I love Cass. I think she is a great character. She just gives off what everybody is... I mean, I've studied reality TV. I've written so many papers about it. And everything she says about how women are perceived on reality TV is so true. And she's chaos Cass. She causes the drama. I love drama. If I'm going to be on one of these shows, I'm going to like push people's buttons. I'm going to try to make it exciting for myself, because 39 days with nothing to do, no Instagram, no nothing. I'm going to want to try to cause some mayhem. Mayhem Michael. That can be my name.
Mayhem Michael. That actually would be pretty damn perfect.
Hashtag
Mayhem Michael.
If another Michael comes up and takes that before I get on the show and be pissed.
I don't think they will. Except
Mayhem Michael. That's kind of good, actually.
I think that's.
I mean, I like the whole Michael with the Y thing, but Mayhem Michael
for Survivor, I think it worked really well. Okay, I have strong opinions about.
Okay,
Cass.
lay it on me, and then I can defend her.
There's nothing wrong with the way like Cass is like all this. Like I like her feminist point of view on things. I really do love that. But the only thing I have a problem is she's already coming in the game with such a stigma on her.
Oh, I feel like she's an early boot.
She's an early boot because she's an easy boot. Like, she's an easy boot. She's never super strong.
The only thing I feel, if the first couple challenges have like a puzzle or something really smart in it, they might want to keep her because.
Did you remember the Brain's first couple of immunity challenges? I don't trust her brain capacity either. That was just Jatia. That was bad. But no, Cass, I feel like no one will trust her. No one will vote for her. She's like the Philip of this returning season.
But that could be good. They brought Philip along. And
but Philip was a dunce. No offense to Philip. I didn't like Philip because he played as if he didn't even know what he was doing and he just made up a bunch of bullcrap along the way. At least I can say about Cass is she thinks strategically. So I think I'd be more excited to see her doing that. I hope she does well.
I hope she finds a hidden immunity idol. I just love it if she had an idol randomly.
I don't know how much Cass she can do this season though, because I don't think anybody's going to trust her
exactly
enough for her to really sue chaos.
I feel like she's going to have to like change her game at the beginning and try to like blend in and try to make.
I think she's going to go under the radar and kind of sleeper hit that people want to swing vote for in the merge. Yes, that's her only chance in my eyes.
And I feel like she's still going to be a pre-merge boot, unfortunately, but I would just love to see her play because I loved watching her first time around.
Agreed. She was her little whole entire like feud with Tosh Tasha and Spencer, which we'll get to them later, was fun. I'm excited to see that too, so we can wrap her up now.
Kimmy from Survivor Australia, the girl who got her finger waved in her face by Alicia. And she can eat a worm. She can eat a worm.
Yeah.
I feel like I loved Kimmy on her season. I mean, I loved all of Australia. Like
Australia's cast was a solid cast.
And they bringing back like almost everybody. Like everybody has like come back.
These two are like the only two people who haven't been brought back, so I'm happy they're finally bringing them back.
I mean, Kimmy, I don't think I want her to stick around because I thought she was interesting, but she has like the least experience out of like everybody game-wise. She was like the fourth.
She was like the fifth person. She will be a vote, and that's what only people will consider her as a vote. I just don't see her being a strategic player.
I don't know how strong she's going to be in challenges either, so that's why I feel like she could be an early boot. So she's one of my picks to be an early boot.
I agree, early boot.
Monica from Survivor Samoa. I don't really have a lot to say about her because she didn't really do much until the day she was about ready to get home.
She was overshadowed by, obviously, Russell and Natalie's storyline, everything, like with those two together.
I mean, Monica does have like that fire and excitingness about her, so I do see potential in her.
She could be good reality TV if given the chance.
And she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
But I don't really have enough to say about her. Like, so she's not one of my picks just because, I mean, she could be this great power player.
She can come
back. I don't know, but she's not one of my picks right now. No. The last person on the Bayon tribe is Tasha from Survivor Cagayan. Also, she played with Cass, who was on her tribe, and they hate each other.
They hate each other, which I'm excited about. But the only thing I can say about Tasha is she's a great person, super nice. She's athletic.
See, I don't really like Tasha. I never
Not really. I like her. I think she's a solid person.
There's something off about her to me.
I think what's off to me is her Survivor gameplay. Like, I think she does use strategy. I think she's someone loyal, but I feel like she's never someone who will ever reach the end. Or have a chance of winning for some reason. There's something about her that, like, I feel like
that's probably why I don't like her.
Gameplay-wise, she's always so solid and she can get herself through it and go far. But I just think, like, that finishing touch at the end, I just don't think she has.
Okay, so that concludes the Bayon tribe. Now we're going to go to Takil. Okay, I know I'm bad with names, but these are like tribal weird things, so they were a shade of green. And the first person we're talking about is Jeff, your guy from Survivor Australian Outback.
Jeff is a cunning, sly devil. I feel like he comes back. He's going to come back very self-aware of his first game, and I think he is going to be self-aware of other people. He always had a good read on people in general on his season, and I think this is his time to come back and shine. And unlike some past people who make it to the end, but just can't just get murdered in the jury, I think he could hold his own in a jury. Mm-hmm. I think he can convince people to give him $1 million, and I think he can stir shit up. I think he will be fun to watch. He's also one of my favorite picks for this season.
I agree with everything you said. I'm very excited to see him play. Like I mean, when you got to vote for these people, I made sure I voted for him because I wanted to see him come back.
Yeah.
The next person is Spencer from Survivor Cagayan. There's 4 people from that season. I think it's 4.
The Cagayan 4, which people are already...
And the 3 of them were the from the Brain tribe.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I like Spencer. I feel like he's not one of my picks to win, but I think he's going to be around for a while. I feel like he's like a likable guy, and I feel like people are going to want to like get him in alliance.
His only issue is his cockiness, because some people think he's a little bit cocky and they don't like it.
And he does have that super fan status because although he just watched all the seasons, he hasn't watched from day one. He like binge watched the seasons, and so that's how he's a super fan. And I don't.
Well, also like everybody on this show now has seen so much Survivor. Like on this season and alone, like there's a lot of fans on here.
Right,
like, they're big fans. So I don't think that's going to be a huge issue this time. Just like it won't be an issue for someone else to talk about. Sharon. But no, I like Spencer's chances. He's one of the ones to watch. Not as hopefully, like, I would like him to win. I love him. I think he's actually adorable. I have a crush on him, a huge crush. But, like, I think...
He's like our age. You could go for it.
Yeah, I know, right? I could totally go for it. And he looks like he maybe swings that way if I cross my fingers hard enough.
Get a couple drinks in him.
But no, I think he's smart. He has the athleticism that is, like, an under, like,
and I mean, he won immunities to
get farther.
In the game.
He's smart. I think he will be fun to watch big moves. I think he's someone to watch because he's going to pull big moves. And that's why I'm watching him. I'm not watching him necessarily because he's going to win. I'm watching because I know he's going to, like, shake things up when
right, and I feel like that's why he's going to stick around for a while. But I don't know that he'll be able to make it to the end. That's my thing. I feel like he's emerged for sure. What about Terry from Survivor Panama Exile Island? He was the guy who had, back when they had hidden immunity idols, before you had to play them after the vote. So you had to play it before the vote. Right? No. How did they do this? Everybody knew he had the idol.
They played it after the vote, right? And it seemed unfair.
So it was after the vote, after they read the votes. because then you're like, oh, I'm gonna leave. I need to play this.
Exactly.
But now you have to do it when you don't know what the votes are, and so nobody wanted to vote him out because they knew he had the idol.
And they wouldn't
and
get
as soon as the time for the idol passed, and they could vote him out, they got him out.
Which
And
was
so-
hard because he was an immunity king, if I remember
right.
correctly.
He kept winning immunities too.
The thing I don't like about him is he's cocky. I didn't know if it's necessarily like his personality. He seems nice enough, but his like reality TV show persona wasn't much to my taste or liking.
Yeah,
so I don't want to see.
I didn't like him. I like Danielle and Aris from that season. Like I was more for
Those
the other
two were
people. I didn't
likable.
like him at all. I feel like I don't know how I feel about him. I feel
don't
like
think he'll go far.
I don't think he'll go.
I
far
think he'll
either.
rub people the wrong way, and unlike other seasons, people don't have to physically rely on him as much anymore because there is more of a strategic element to returning player seasons. I think he could be someone that they could cut because they get annoyed with him,
Right.
if he's not careful.
And I mean, I feel like because he's so kind of, I don't say full of himself. He's like set in his ways.
He's set in his
And
ways.
and Abby is on his tribe, and I feel like she could just like throw some fire on him.
I'm excited
and
for you
just,
to
like,
talk
go for
about her because I want to talk about her eventually too.
Okay, she's coming up soon. I want to talk about Vetus. I'm going to keep a little of my feelings about Vetus from Survivor Blood versus Water, the first time he played with his brother who won, Survivor Exile Island, who beat, he beat Terry.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. They're on the same tribe together. Vetus, he actually taught me yoga once. And so I kind of have like a little, that's why he's one of my picks. I don't know that he's actually going to be able to win. He's got the potential, I think, but I feel like so many people know he has the potential that's.
I think he could win. I think what really killed him in his first season out.
He got like really
competitive with Aris, and I think his competition with Aris blindsided him to the rest of the players in the game.
Right.
And I think that's what killed him in the end. I think if he plays alone this time without Aris and this like super competitive like shadow that he feels like he's in for some reason from Aris's like winning his season, I think he would be a strong contender. Plus he has connections. Sierra and him are tight. And if they can get to the merge together, they'll work together.
And I know that Abby lives in the same town as him.
If they
and
know,
so
hopefully,
and they're on
you
the
think
same
they
tribe
know each
together.
other.
So
Survivor
yeah.
community's tight.
Right, and so I'm kind of wondering how it's gonna go. But Vetus, namaste.
You know, good luck to him. We want him to do well.
Wu from Survivor Cagayan. I don't have anything to say about
It's
him.
a waste of a bring back. He's a likable dude.
We like him. He's buff.
I will
Next.
say, the only thing I'll say is he had a boring gameplay, and if he brings that same boring gameplay, I hope he gets voted out soon.
Yep, okay, I'm done with Wu. Abby Maria from Survivor Philippines, the Brazilian bombshell. So her and Cass are like the two like known female villains that they brought back.
Yeah.
And I feel like Abby is more likely to maneuver herself, and she has an easier way, I feel like, to work in with people than Cass does. 'Cause I feel like Cass is...
She's even more spiky than Cash, but you're right. For some
There's
reason, she
there's-
can maneuver her way through
Exactly.
situations because I think people just think of her as like a hothead Latina, and they're just like, she's just being her. She's being her. When it comes to Cass, though, I feel like
She's
it's a different
so
story.
you don't know what way Cass is gonna go, and I feel like Abby, she's like, you're dead to me. Like, you know, how she
Abby's a
feels
little bit
about
more
things.
predictable in a way.
She
for her,
is.
like, because she has a
and I
fire
feel like that's
temper.
gonna play to her advantage.
But she said that she wants to change it up, so I think she might.
I mean, I feel like she will, but I feel like
I still think it'd be
she
a lot
knows
the same.
she knows everybody wants to see that like fire come out in her, and she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Abby, I'm excited to see you play. Kelly Wigglesworth from Survivor Borneo, the girl who got second place to Richard Hatch the very first season. The reason why Second Chances is happening, I feel like it's all around her. What is your thoughts on Kelly, the original runner-up? You have nothing to say?
I have
stuff to say about her.
You go first.
I am really excited to see her play. I mean, I don't like her pictures that they did of her. I feel like I don't want to look at her picture, but I like her. I feel like she played a good game the first time, and I feel like she has grown enough that I feel like if she can maneuver herself the right way the first couple of days, she could potentially be around for a while. I don't know that she has.
agree.
I feel like if she makes it to the end, it's going to seem a little leery to me that it's like, okay, this whole season was kind of around her and she made it to the end. But I feel like
I think she's gonna come back. And
if she gets an early boot, I'm going to be really sad for her.
I don't think she'll get an early boot.
I want her to at least make the merge. I want her to make the merge.
I think her being from the first season alone gives her a slight advantage because I think people want to play with her and see how different it is. I also think she's gonna have a no nonsense, like no bullshit attitude when she gets in this game.
Oh yeah, like I feel like she's
And I think that's actually gonna help her in this game, especially with these group of people.
and I feel like she doesn't really care about anybody else. Like she knows what she wants to do.
I
and
feel like
she's
she'll
gonna do
act
it.
like she doesn't even care about being there. I think she'll act like very nonchalantly, and I think that cool demeanor will take her far. That's why she's more of a wild card to me because it has been so long. That's why I don't have as much to say.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these people, like, you can compare to other players who played a contemporary game like theirs, but she's an old school. She's an old school, and like I just want to see what she's gonna be like.
Right, like, I like it when they bring back these old school people, like without the immunity idol people, the people who haven't played with that layer of this game, and so I'm really excited to see what she's gonna do. She's actually one of my top picks, just because I kind of want to.
I think she could be. For her. I think she could be a dark horse.
There is also another Kelly Wentworth, or another Kelly on the tribe, and both Kelly W. One spelled with an EY, one spelled with a Y. So I wonder how they're gonna have to like when
Kelly
they
with an I, Kelly with a Y. I bet.
Well, no, one's just Y and one's EY. But like when they vote the person out, what do they spell? Like, because they had two Kellys the one season with Nicaragua, and one was Purple Kelly. One was just normal Kelly. That's true. So like, how are they gonna like? We're gonna have to write blonde.
Regardless, I'm excited to see Kelly come back. Kelly was stunted by having her father play with her. Once again, she was still stuck playing with a partner, and she couldn't fully do a strategy all her own. And this time, I think she's going to come back, and she's going to go right at the gate. And I think she was athletic, she was likable, she has a personality, and we never got to see that.
Right, and I mean, when she got voted, I was like, oh, that's so sad. Like, she's like a hardcore fan. Like, if I were to be on the show and I got an early boot, which is one of my fears, like, I feel like I could either be early boot or I could go long game or long term, depending on what my tribe mates. But I just felt really bad for her. And so I am excited to see her. I mean, again, I don't know much about what she's going to do. She's kind of like the Monica wild card to me.
I'm hoping she pulls a Parvati.
I feel like she could pull a Parvati.
Come back, because, like, let's face it, Parvati's only known for flirting at first, and she came back for her second time around and pulled out the stop strategically because she focused. She focused and had a plan when she got out there, and I think from interviews I've seen with her, I think she has a game plan now.
Okay, what do you think about PG from Survivor China? You have much to say? I'm kind of excited to see her. I thought she had lots of fire under her, and she won. I feel like, if I remember correctly, she won like immunities near the end.
She did.
And so she is strong, she's smart, but I really feel like she's an early boot from her tribe. Looking at it, I feel like she's one of the first ones to go.
China had so many like big personalities on their season that like she still stands out enough to like remember her from China vaguely, but I still remember Todd, Amanda, James. Like I remember
Courtney. Don't forget Courtney.
Sassy Courtney.
I can't believe you said Courtney
I was about to say it.
Yeah, but she should have been like the first one after Todd.
No, Todd. Oh, Todd was great in that season. Well, I can't even talk about that right now. I'll gush because I thought that was a great season. But no, I don't expect a lot out of her. Even I watched some of her interviews, like some video interviews of her, and she doesn't even seem confident, which is just a killer all right from the start. Everybody else has swagger coming in. She didn't seem like she had swagger.
Okay, we are down to the last person, Shirin from Survivor Worlds Apart, the big super fan, and she got to come back a second time. I'm so excited that she got to come back.
I think that this experience will be so much better for her this time around because she'll actually.
Do you think that her being with all these people that she's admired is gonna?
Oh, I think she's gonna nerd out, but that might, in this case, be to her advantage because people might be like, "Well, bring her along. She's an easy alliance because she loves us." But what I have to say about Shirin is smart. Shirin is coming back with a lot more perspective this time, and I think she's going to tone down her super fanness, is what she's been saying in interviews. I think if she can get with the right people, I think she can go very far, and I think she could win tag if she gets a lucky jury. Because she can still sometimes be too earnest for her own good.
Okay, so now that we have just recapped everybody, I want your top guy pick and top girl pick to win. Not your favorite, who you think will win.
Okay, for guys, yes. Jeff Varner. I think Jeff Varner has a seriously solid chance of especially making alliances and sticking to them. And I think if he gets to a final jury, he could blow it out of the water.
And as long as peanut butter doesn't come up, he is going to be fine.
He will be fine. And for girls, this is trickier because girls come back, and I'm tend toward girl strategic players, and I really like them. I'm going to go wild card and say Kelly from the Taukeo tribe. Not Wigglesworth. Kelly Wentworth. I think she will be underrated because she didn't last as long as some of these other people. I think she will go under the radar, and I think she's strong enough in challenges, strong enough in social. I think she could blow it out of the water when she gets in.
I want to agree, but she's not my pick. She's my second pick. She's my second girl pick.
I think I know who your pick is.
Who? Who do you...
I think it's Sierra.
It is Sierra.
Yeah, she's my second pick. Like, they're neck and neck, but I only pick Kelly because she has a little bit more of an underdog value to her.
Right, but I don't know if that's good or bad. So I'm going with Sierra because people, I don't know, I really want her to do well. Like, I was so bummed the first time when she didn't make it even farther. And so Sierra is my female pick, and my guy pick is probably Jeff, too. And, I mean, I want to pick Vitas, but it's just a little more...
I want to pick Vitas because on paper, he just makes sense.
Yes, but Jeff is more... Watch, Jeff's gonna be like the first person voted out, and we're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Oh, I don't believe it for a second. I mean, if he gets voted off in the beginning, I will be so sad. Like, it's like when Suri got voted out of Heroes versus Villains too early. What, third or fourth trial?
Okay,
console?
I kind of liked it when Shuri. I was gonna say Shuri got voted out.
I mean,
I didn't think she was that good in All Stars.
I thought Suri was brilliant. Oh, I love Suri.
Do you have anything else you want to say about this next season?
No, until they start playing this game, it's so hard to judge on what second chance players are going to do because they usually do change it up so much. But keeping their key personality traits that we liked in the beginning for, I'm expecting a lot of great personalities this season. I'm expecting a lot of competitive, strategic
And I feel like they're going to throw lots of twists at them, too. Like, they're going to put them on their feet. They're going to do lots of crazy stuff. And it's just going to be really good TV. And I'm so excited. Well, thank you again for joining me, Drew. This has been a lot of fun, and thank you all for listening. If you like what you heard today, please click that subscribe button and give this podcast a 5-star rating. That'll make me feel really good inside. And I want you to keep the conversation going with me on Twitter. Tweet me at Michael with a Y or hashtag MYRR to let me know all of your thoughts and feelings about Survivor Second Chances. Make sure to keep up with me on social media, and you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Michael with a Y, and that is spelled just like it is on here. Don't forget to smile, and remember, glasses are sexy.